Yo, how's it going? So, Aiden Ross ain't gonna change. By Patrick. Yeah, I've never really seen much of Aiden Ross's content. He kind of, I don't know. He wasn't for me, honestly. His content wasn't for me. But let's see
Adin
what's been
Ross
going
is
on with
one of
him.
the biggest live streamers of the past 2 years who recently got a massive payout that is potentially worth tens of millions of dollars to abandon Twitch and move to a new live streaming platform called Kick. Ever since this move, he has been on a tirade of shock value content, saying and doing whatever he wants to go viral, and it's working. Kick has an extremely lenient terms of service,
Okay.
so he now has the comfortability to speak his mind freely without potentially losing his money. And these days, he is not holding back. Now, it's not like Adin had a squeaky clean reputation. When I documented his come up 2 years ago, I covered all of his major controversies as well as the genuine hard work it took to reach the top of the live streaming industry. At that point, he was definitely an edgy kid, but it seemed like his heart was in the
Yeah,
right
I
place.
don't know, bro.
These days, his intentions
Like
are unclear. So let's
when I first heard of him, his content was edgy for sure. It was definitely not for me. The whole entire always making gay jokes or doing all that. It's like I guess like they weren't even funny. Like to me, they weren't even funny. Like they were just like you're just saying shit to say shit. It's like okay, all right, bro.
take a look at what happened to
But
Adin Ross.
yeah,
From streaming
I
with
mean,
every major
nothing
rapper
but
in the
success.
industry, losing his girlfriend, making extremely down bad content, meeting Andrew Tate, and changing his entire online persona forever.
Yeah,
Picking up where we left
Andrew
off
Tate.
around May of 2021,
It's
Adin
interesting where
was
he
on
took
top
off
of the
from there.
world. He was one of the top 5 most subscribed and most viewed streamers on Twitch, averaging around 100,000 viewers per stream. He just reached 1 million subscribers on his Adin Live YouTube channel, which he
I forgot
treats like
to.
his main channel. And he did a collaboration stream with just about every mainstream rapper in the industry. It was very clear he was here to stay, and some people didn't like that. Those people were known as the Poggers community, or as Adin called them, the L Nerds. This community is basically composed of all the top streamers on Twitch who helped build the platform's foundation years before Twitch was as popular as it is today. Poggers is an emote that people spam in the chat when something good or funny happens. Adin's community is known as the W and L community. That community is composed of Adin's friends and the new wave of Twitch streamers. And instead of spamming Poggers, the commenters will spam W or L. A couple of
Okay.
top streamers in the Poggers community threw some shade at Adin and his viewers.
I never understood the whole Poggers and WL community. I'm like, it never made sense to me, honestly. I just didn't make sense.
His viewers are like the kids in high school who want to be cool. You know, like, oh, like I like rap, I like, like this sort of stuff. Like kind of like hype beast-ish.
Yeah, they're all very
You know,
hype beastish.
Like they think like if Supreme was cool, they think it would be cool, sort of thing.
I go in there and I literally have fun in Adin Ross's stream because I don't watch it.
I think
but
he's-
I'm literally just spamming letters.
You're like, yeah, I'm included. W.
I just spam W nerd.
He said spam W.
Adin responded,
His viewers are like the kids in high school.
It's also a
who
dumb
want
thing
be
to say. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't disrespect my viewers like that. You guys literally have fucking Hall of Fame nerds, Hall of Fame threats in your chat that spam Poggers, Omegalo the entire stream, bro.
Yeah.
You guys
like,
are unfunny streamers. You guys are not
the
funny,
same
bro.
thing.
You guys are not funny at all. Fat, pimple-faced, four-eyed people
Should I just switch up
with
to
social problems. Watch you guys, bro. I don't call you guys fans. What kind of conversation do you guys think that they have? You guys think they just look at each other and say poggers? Omegalo, shove an Omegalo in my eyes. Like, they're weird, bro. They're weird.
followed by a tweet that Adin sent to Ludwig. You really are sad for coming at me and my community. L nerd, go play your violin. Band geek. From there, Adin's audience went and attacked Ludwig, sending death threats to him and his girlfriend QT
Okay, now
Cinderella.
that's
This beef was
that's
really silly
exaggerated.
and definitely overblown. It was solved very quickly when Adin and Ludwig both apologized to each other, but it set the standard of how powerful Adin's audience is, that he could militarize and accelerate his audience to defend him in any beef. But one day, they would eventually turn on him. In the meantime, Adin was making an insane amount of money, specifically from gambling. His top sponsor was a company called Roobet, an online crypto casino that was paying him at least $1 million per month, according to a private
good for him.
conversation that Adin leaked himself.
So the sponsor, they pay me to play on their website, right? And then they pay me an amount to gamble with. However, if I lose the amount, I have to withdraw my own money.
So Adin was able to secure tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars in profit daily without risking his own money. An average streaming day for Adin was online gambling, talking to his chat, reacting to videos, hanging out with famous rappers, influencers, or streamers, and of course, being sus.
I'm rapping in the streets.
Yo.
Whoa.
Yeah,
whoa.
I don't like the sus
In the
jokes.
streets.
Whoa.
Bad beat
whoa.
is me.
No.
Wait,
no,
my bad.
no.
My bad.
Now, despite all the success that Adin was bringing to Twitch, they always found a way to let him know they won't let him have too much power. During an IRL stream, Adin was driving his Lamborghini and reading his Twitch chat at the same time. Twitch gave him a temporary ban for using his phone while driving.
Yeah,
Just because
I agree
you can
with
really
that.
lose the shit like quick, bro. And people, I don't know, bro. I just feel horrible. I just fucked up, bro. I fucked up. I got banned on Twitch, guys. I didn't get anything back yet. I think it's a permanent ban. I'm gonna appeal it. I was 100% in the wrong though. I was at a red stoplight and I was reading Twitch chat off my phone.
Adin realized that his career, his relevance, his freedom was always going to be at the mercy of Twitch and following their rules, something that he would ultimately grow tired of. As you can imagine, streaming for 5 to 8 hours per day can be extremely repetitive, and having over 100,000 live viewers expecting you to bring something fresh and exciting every day is a lot of pressure. An easy way to take up some time is with drama. He started a fake beef.
Yo, that's why I give Kai credit though. Dude always comes out with like fresh streams. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, Kai always has like something interesting going on in his streams when it comes to like when he brings like people in, or when he does like, you know, like I think he brought like Easter bunnies in for some reason, or the time he brought in like the princess and the princesses, like the Disney princesses. Yeah, like props to him, man, because he comes up with some shit every time. I don't know how, but bro does it. That's pretty dope. Got a
with
give him
Rice
his
Gum
props.
to prank their viewers.
Open up now. You want to talk all that shit on fucking Twitch shit? Open up.
Fake beef or not, this shit is entertaining. Just a week after this, Adin played another prank on his viewers. He did an IRL stream where he met up with his fans, and the cops were called due to how much chaos there was on Melrose in Los Angeles. Adin and his team set up a fake arrest to fool his viewers, but the next day he let everybody know that it was just a prank. His fans were not happy. He's just starting to fake everything now, when the initial reason why people were drawn to him was because he was genuine. Adin's focus has shifted from being a Twitch streamer to being this viral internet sensation. The whole point of Twitch is that it's raw and organic, but he's bringing this weird YouTube element to it. If this is really the direction he wants to go for money and attention, so be it, but he has to learn to embrace the hate that comes with it. His viewers were possibly overreacting. A few fake pranks and they are ready to just write him off. I mentioned this to show how fickle an audience can be with live streaming. Because they spend hours of their time watching you, they develop an understanding of who they think you are. You do one thing they don't like, they immediately criticize and say you are changing for the worse. Balancing this and Twitch's strict rules was eventually going to give. But Adin went back to a very classic style of content for him, e-dates. In these streams, Adin would typically invite a girl. Sometimes it would be a famous Instagram model, a prawn star, or just a generally attractive girl, and he would have his streamer friends get a minute or two to talk to the girl and try and win her over. The girl would ask questions, they would ask her questions, and she would slowly eliminate the contestants. Basically, the Twitch version of a classic dating show. Still to this day, this is Adin's most popular type of content. This content eventually upgraded to IRL dates, where he would put a streamer friend of his on a blind date with a girl, in person. This dynamic was a lot more realistic because 90% of the things contestants said on e-dates, they wouldn't actually say to the girl's face. But eventually, this would all reach a tipping point that made Adin want to give up.
It's not really the numbers anymore, but the problem is that people make me feel bad about dropping numbers. I think that's a very big problem I have. It gets to me a lot. Just because I'm not getting 100K like I used to, it went down from 100 to 50 to like 30, 40, like 30, 40-ish now. So it gets to me.
Around October of 2021, Adin was losing viewership, from 100,000 average viewers to around 30 to 40,000 average viewers. It's totally normal to lose a lot of viewership, and 30 to 40K average would make him still an insanely successful streamer. But his audience was still quick to remind him that he fell off. To make things worse, the ethical and legal implications surrounding his Roulette sponsor was being broken down very extensively by CoffeeZilla in a series called Roulette's House of Cards. This was executed so well that it caused a lot of streamers to abandon their partnerships with the company. Social media users became more aware of these shady online crypto casinos and their tactics to get people addicted to gambling. The ethics of streamers using their influence to show their potentially underage viewers how much fun and excitement comes with gambling were challenged. Since these streamers do not have to gamble with their own money, which is the entire risk of gambling, if they lose, they don't actually lose. So they're never able to show the actual downsides and what potential catastrophes can happen when you gamble all of your money away. Adin announced the world that he was depressed and needed to move out of LA. He was exhausted. This was the first time we had ever really seen Adin stop moving at 100 miles per hour. At some point, it is impossible to maintain that level of hype. To be that entertaining for hours on end, day in and day out, it's just unsustainable. He moved out of the Clout House in LA and took his career back to New York. He took a very short 10-day break from streaming before he realized that he cannot give up. He came back with a bang. His first stream back was a live stream with Lil Uzi Vert, who was easily the most famous rapper he had ever streamed with. With a fresh mindset and another huge milestone, he was ready to grind again. He also got a brand new crypto casino sponsorship with Stake, so gambling was a regular program for him again. Also, the E-dates were back, even though one of them was about to take an unexpected turn for the worse. Adin invited iShowSpeed to do an E-date with Ash Cash, who was the celebrity guest for the evening, but Speed took things too far. Basically, Speed threatened to R-word Ash Cash, and I would play the clip so you can see the context, but Speed likes to illegally copyright strike any video that has him featured in it. This got Speed permanently banned on Twitch, while he was just a guest on Adin's stream. This controversy...
I don't know, it was just bad. I would think he wouldn't play it just because it was like just really bad, just, you know, awkward to sit through. But damn, Speed, all right, go ahead and copyright.
Huge, but it was pretty clear that Adin was not at fault here. Even though a lot of people put the blame on him, Speed's actions didn't fully represent how the E-dates normally work. All this did was bring more attention to Adin's streams and made the E-dates even more popular. Most streamers benefit from controversy. People get really angry, flood them with casual viewers, and then forget about it a week later. It's the sweet spot of being controversial, but not pissing off the masses, and more importantly Twitch, where Adin was constantly balancing, and he's damn good at it. He knows exactly where to be edgy, where he can make it seem like he has no filter to excite his audience.
I just turned this motherfucker gay. He likes sucking.
Nah, bro, you're not even 2 bars in.
I'm saying you.
He knows when to act dumb so his audience can bully him.
Georgia. And that.
I gotta be fucking tripping. Is this maybe years ago? How is Atlanta all the way over here?
And he's an absolute mastermind when it comes to virality. However, one of his beefs, he almost took it too far. That was with the rapper NBA Youngboy, which started when a Youngboy fan page liked a photo that Adin's girlfriend Pammy posted. Adin didn't believe it was real. He spent 2 minutes in straight silence staring at this, wondering why NBA Youngboy could be potentially romanticizing his girlfriend. His audience convinced him that it was real, even though it wasn't. So Adin conducted a master plan that involved setting up one of his friends with NBA Youngboy's ex, Jania. While Jania was on an Instagram live, Adin requested to join and asked if his friend Par Yeet could spit some game to her. A bunch of people screen recorded the videos and posted them online saying that Adin was flirting with Youngboy's ex. So Youngboy decided to make a lethal threat to Adin in a song the same day. Adin responded to the diss track with a fake apology and a meme, before quickly realizing the next day what type of beef he was truly getting into. Adin is obviously not from the streets, doesn't live a dangerous life, and probably knew deep down that no real gangster is going to hurt him. But still, he knew he couldn't poke the bear too much, because with Youngboy's reputation, it wasn't worth it for Adin to take any chances, and eventually he apologized and stopped trolling the rapper. It was either this
I
beef
don't know,
that
man.
went too far, or just him feeling generally exhausted again. But around the end of 2021 and beginning of 2022, Adin slowed down a bit. Every month in 2022, his views just kept dropping. Even though he was streaming pretty consistently, sticking to his gambling, reactions, and e-dates, he wasn't doing any viral stunts nor getting into unnecessary controversy, just satisfying his fans and chilling like every other streamer. Despite his more relaxed approach to Twitch, in April of 2022, he found himself in another big controversy. Adin was becoming a victim of DDoS attacks. These attacks can occur when a hacker gets his IP address, either by knowing where he lives in real life, or potentially if Adin leaked that information, then the hackers have the ability to overload his internet so much that his stream lags and makes him unable to stream. Adin was trying to fulfill
that
his
sucks.
online gambling requirements one day when a hacker kept taking down his stream. Out of frustration, he called one of his friends, Your Rage, who is another very popular Twitch streamer. Adin
Rage
didn't
is
realize
dope.
Rage was live when he said this.
This
you
thing.
I censored the word, but he said the homophobic F slur. Adin was not
And
making
he
fun
got,
of a gay person.
banned.
He was angry at someone who was hacking him, but the context did not matter, and Adin was about to get banned. At first, Your Rage tried to say that it was his friend from high school that said the slur and not Adin. And still to this day, they never fully admit that it was Adin. This is all alleged. After all we really have is just that audio. But there isn't a real reason to believe it wasn't Adin. And after the clip was blown up on Twitter by Jake Lucky,
Nothing from this.
Adin received
Ever.
his longest ban of all time. Over 40 days, Adin was banned from Twitch. Funny enough, this actually wasn't huge news. Adin had been banned many times before, and nobody knew how long this would be. And most people just took his side because they didn't think he had any true bad intentions. Usually, Adin comments on his bans, but this time, he just kind of disappeared for 6 weeks. When he returned to streaming after his long ban in June, he had about 70,000 average viewers. The long
that's
Twitch
still
ban
good.
did not hurt his numbers at all. In
Yeah, that's
fact,
great.
it probably helped him. Giving the fans a break allowed them to be hungry for more content. As if things couldn't get any better, he got blessed with a whole new content lane that he could capitalize on: Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate was the most
so this is
searched
where they
for
met.
man in the world in July of 2022. Basically, overnight, this man was everywhere. Clips of him that were causing controversy were at the top of everyone's algorithm on every social media platform. Despite Tate being everywhere, there was still a large mystery to him. Was he just a character? Was this just a meme? Is he actually filthy rich? Is he a criminal? With massive streamers like Hasanabi and XQC denouncing Tate's ideals, Adin was the largest streamer willing to talk to him. Andrew Tate and Adin's collab stream would become Adin's most popular stream in his whole career. Well, at least in terms of YouTube views. Every single person on the internet was talking about Tate. Most people were bashing his worldviews, but Adin's community loved him, and Adin took a liking to Tate as well. In the beginning, Tate was mostly farming Adin's viewers to promote his Hustlers University course, and Adin was just picking his brain for the content. But Andrew quickly realized that Adin was reluctant to say how he truly felt on certain subjects, citing that Adin was afraid the Matrix would cancel him, which to some degree is true. All content creators need to abide by censorship standards, which can be dangerous to break. Even I get tired of censoring myself. They streamed together
you
often
go.
after the first couple were a success, and Tate became somewhat of a mentor to Adin.
Bro, you got like the
Yeah,
best
yeah, definitely,
mentality, like brain, like
Last time I heard, bro was like, bro shaved his head and everything and started going, what was it called? Didn't he go celibate or something like that? Yeah,
Epic I've
bro,
ever seen in
bro
my fucking
influenced
life.
him
What
big
the
time.
everything you're saying is just like that you said is literally facts. I agree with like 100% of everything.
However, it wasn't long before Andrew Tate was banned from almost every social media platform, which was when Adin needed him the most.
As of right now, guys, I am no longer in a relationship. I am single.
Adin and his longtime girlfriend Pammy broke up. This affected him tremendously, and he didn't talk about the details too much publicly, but just said they decided to go their separate ways. Immediately after, he started doing e-dates where he was the one that a bunch of women were trying to get a date with. Every day, he
That's
had
pretty cool.
OnlyFans models and women fawning over him to boost his ego. His fans loved it, and they saw a new spark in Adin. Single Adin's content is 10 times better, not even just for the content with girls, but he just seems more energetic and fun in general. Pammy was really holding Adin back. It's crazy how great his content is again. However, Lil
Wow,
Uzi
okay.
Vert disagreed. He thought Adin should get his girl back.
You shouldn't have broke up with that girl.
I know, bro.
On top of that, Twitch also banned gambling from their platform, which most people saw as a net positive for the app. But streamers like Adin, who were raking in millions of dollars per month from the site, were furious. The only type of content Adin had was related to his relationship status.
Poison
He would
Murloc.
swipe through girls on Tinder, bring OnlyFans girls on stream, and kiss them on the mouth, which some people saw as his most down bad moment, but his audience thought he was super lit. Once he asked one of the girls to be his girlfriend, his chat started to change their opinion. Never thought I would see Adin in such a low spot, especially in streaming. Bring back the old times, dear friend. Andrew needs to save his son. Just like with all of Adin's content, it's hard to tell what is real and what is just a viral stunt. This very well could have been knowing his own community would make fun of him. It was likely all for entertainment, because he just hopped from one girl to another.
I was just curious, Nadia. You know what I'm saying? I'm in LA right now. Do you want to go on a date with me?
A what?
A date with me. Full on date.
A date with Adin Ross.
Because they're saying.
You know what?
No. It's just.
I'm not coming back.
Stop. Come on.
I'm not coming back.
Jesus Christ, my guy.
However, something that was very real was his ex-girlfriend starting an OnlyFans, which obviously bothered him.
Yeah,
it
that
kind
would
of seemed
bother
like
the
they were
hell out
both
of anyone.
battling to make each other jealous. Adin's fans were saying that she hit rock bottom, but they were just trying to protect Adin's feelings, because I'm sure he wasn't excited about her new career. And
All
just
of
when
his
Adin needed
girlfriends
him
made
most, the
OnlyFans?
top G returned after a long hiatus, and immediately questions Adin's new lifestyle.
Adin, what are you doing with your life?
Come on, bro. Already off the jump? You don't want to catch up? Hey, how's it going? Were you new
What's the point in catching up? What's the point in catching up with you when I basically know the answer? You're sitting in Miami doing hedonistic bull.
No.
Sitting around, doing drugs, drinking, doing
No.
absolutely nothing important, hanging around with a bunch of losers. That's what you're doing.
Viewers shifted their alliance to Tate, and they realized he was right about Adin's lifestyle. But Adin didn't listen. He kept living his dopamine-boosting, pleasure-filled lifestyle. Eventually, he would fly to Dubai to meet Andrew Tate in person, which seemed to be the catalyst to some real change. Adin did his classic performative suspect humor.
Dude, oh god.
But Tate convinced Adin to get into shape and try
That's
to make better
wild.
life choices. He came back to the USA on a mission, now turning his body transformation into content. They made a deal that if Tate could do 150 push-ups in 5 minutes, Adin had to shave his head bald. Then after Andrew did it with ease, Adin asked for redemption. If he did 30 push-ups in a row, he could keep his hair. These were the push-ups.
Come on. Come on. 6. Come on.
Kind of
7. Come on. 8. Come on. 9. Come on.
Even though it took him 3 weeks,
That's
he
hilarious.
eventually shaved his head bald. Just a couple days
Okay,
before he
so
did
that's
it,
where that
Andrew
came
Tate
from.
got arrested in Romania after being investigated for potential human trafficking crime.
I'm genuinely interested because I think Andrew Tate is in house arrest right now. I'm interested if they're gonna like talk to each other or if Andrew Tate can't stream or anything. Kind of interested in that, but I'm curious if they're gonna talk to each other. If they're gonna have like a call and see where Andrew Tate stands.
Adin stood his ground
with,
and said that
Adin.
he supports Andrew Tate and does not believe he is guilty, whereas the entirety of the internet celebrated Andrew Tate's imprisonment. But just 1 week into
come
his
on, give
bald
me a
new
break.
year, he randomly got a 7-day ban on Twitch. Again, not really clear as to why. If you haven't noticed by now, Twitch often doesn't state why people get banned. They just remind those creators, don't get too comfortable.
I just got banned on Twitch. I'm not as mad and devastated as I would be, a year or two ago, because I think I'm at a point in my mind where I realize I trust God and everything happens for a reason.
It seems like Adin getting banned throughout his career has been good for him. It allows him to at least slow down and rethink everything he does. Usually after his bans, he returns as the best version of himself and his fans love it. And this time, that couldn't be more true. In January of 2023, he returned to Twitch, taking his fitness journey as serious as possible, telling his
Nice.
followers that he was not having sex, doing drugs, or drinking alcohol. He was going to fully
Respect
focus
it.
on bettering his
Respect it.
health this year. However, some people thought this lifestyle change was a warning sign. Hasanabi, another massive Twitch streamer mostly known for his political commentary, predicted that Adin was going to turn into another Sneeko.
If he keeps going down this pipeline, he's going to turn into like another Sneeko. He's just going to be banned from everything. He just needs to fucking save himself. It's good that he's working out. It's good that he's like bettering himself. These are concepts that I'm on board with. But this like no-fap, weird right-wing shit, is not good.
No fat,
Hassan
weird.
clearly believes that working out and
Hilarious.
pushing a positive and healthy lifestyle is good.
Yeah,
but
it
he
is.
predicted that Adin would take it too far, that this red pill nonsense typically leads young men to spiral into far right-wing belief systems
go,
that he thinks are
Jones.
generally bad. This was definitely an aggressive
That
take,
idiot.
and was probably based on the fact that Andrew Tate was Adin's mentor. In
Is
fact,
Alex
Tate
Jones
announced
the
that
final,
Adin will
like,
be
red
one of
pill
his
boss or
5
something?
allowed visitors to prison. However, Adin disappeared.
I basically got a call. I'm not gonna say specifically who it was, but you know who you are, and you basically said, hey man, if you keep doing controversial stuff and you keep saying certain things and you keep basically promoting certain things on your stream, we're gonna have to take you down indefinitely.
Adin believes that his new lifestyle choices were the reason that Twitch was trying to silence him. It seemed like Twitch was okay with promoting gambling, alcohol consumption, prawn addiction, and a degenerative lifestyle. But when he tried to better himself and convince his audience to improve their mental and physical health, that he was being threatened. This was the last time Adin was going to let Twitch hold their power over his head. So he announced to the world that he would start streaming on
insane.
Kick.
So guys, I'm not permanently full-time going there. I want to feel it out, and I want to make sure my community f***s with it too. So I'll still stream on Twitch if that's what you guys want. But what I will say is this. I'm going to Kick this week.
Kick is a live streaming platform that looks and operates almost exactly like Twitch. Although it's not very clear who owns Kick, there's a lot of evidence that supports that Edward Craven, one of the founders of Stake.com, is a part owner of the site. Another part owner is Trainwrecks TV, who was the largest gambling streamer on Twitch. Kick's main differentiating factors is that they pay their streamers 95% of their subscriber money, and Kick takes 5%. They also have extremely lenient terms of service, so when Adin said he could do whatever he wanted, he wasn't lying. He went to Kick, streamed the Super Bowl, which is dangerously illegal, and even pulled up the front page of Pornhub while streaming to tens of thousands of people.
Yeah, those two things, bro. Like, he's just wilding. He's just going crazy for no reason. Yeah, I hated to hear that. Like, bro, really, you're gonna show prawn to all your kids, or most of the people watching are kids probably, and especially when you were trying to like preach all this, like, no fav, the basic red pill points. The first thing you do is stream prawn. Really, my guy. Yeah, bro. It bothered me. I'm not gonna lie. That bothered me so
mostly
much. It's like,
underage
bro,
kids. As if it couldn't get any worse, the chat is totally unfiltered, so the comment section is flooded with just about every racial slur you could ever imagine. The stream was clipped and went extremely viral on Twitter. Everyone agreed that this was a stupid decision, and Adin ultimately apologized for it, citing his own hypocrisy since he no longer watches prawn and thinks it's very unhealthy. Plus, he's been profiting off prawn stars and OF models for years now. He went back and forth from streaming on Twitch, then back to Kick for about 10 days in February. It was during this time where he was negotiating an extremely large exclusive deal with Kick, similar to when Ninja signed to the Microsoft-owned Mixer streaming platform for between $20 to $30 million in 2019.
And they're giving me tens of M's if I go full time. If you guys, if I go full time, and equity.
Trainwreck said that Adin's deal is complicated and has a bundle of things in his contract that isn't just a streaming deal, but he did confirm that the dollar amount is the largest streaming deal of all time, which would mean that Adin's take-home payout would have to be at a minimum of $30 million. Once he secured this deal, he was permanently banned on Twitch, forever. He was given a reason that he did not make public, but he hinted that it could have been related to things he was doing on his Kick live streams. Adin would not be the first example of an unfair ban or an unknown permanent ban, and since this was his 8th time being banned in total, I don't think anyone was really surprised. So now that Adin has secured generational wealth and no longer has to abide by any rules and restrictions, he basically has full freedom to say and do whatever he wants. So he decided to finally state how he feels about trans people. "There are only two genders" was tweeted, which got over 500,000 likes, 50 million impressions, and 3 million engagements.
I'm not coming at the gay community, the LGBT. I'm not coming at them, bro. I'm coming at the cancel culture.
Adin claims that his comment was not transphobic. He was using this as an example of how cancel culture will try to take you down if you say something they disagree with. His comment was not very edgy, but he knew people would freak out, and they did. He then attacked other streamers.
And all you fucking streamers I'm gonna clap back and respond to. Stop this fucking cap, bro. You don't give a fuck. You are signed under Twitch contract.
To which XQC replied the best.
That's like going to a spot like
and go into a church full of people that are praying and be like, God isn't real. God, no gods are here. Lol. What are you guys doing? Gods aren't there. Lol. And then you say, am I wrong? Am I wrong though?
It doesn't really
That's
make
a good
sense why
response.
Adin is doing political hot takes. He has no intention of doing actual research or trying to attack any complicated problem. His biggest rebuttal is that people on the internet need to go outside because their reality cannot simply be the same reality he is living in. His next hot take was...
So all
Every second looks like Hassan was, a little bit correct. He's turning into Sneeko.
you guys that get to pick your pronouns, my pronouns is kill/them. Okay.
which was followed by an apology.
And I just wanted, from the bottom of my heart, apologize for absolutely fucking nothing.
Okay.
Okay? I'm Adin Ross, and Adin Ross is what the fuck he says.
Which was followed by this statement a few days later.
I just don't fuck. The only thing I don't like about this community is you guys are homophobic and transphobic. I don't fuck with that because y'all don't know what it's like. People, you just don't know what it's like. You're not in their shoes.
So basically, it's tough to know how he really feels about anything. So think to yourself, is Adin's behavior on Kick really all that different from the stuff we showed in the beginning and throughout this video? His whole rise to fame was because he is an edgy teenager. All of his success came from him being edgy, toxic, or playing dumb. He hasn't changed, he's just 22 now, more popular, and extremely rich. It's understandable why people get angry at him, but his behavior shouldn't be unexpected. He is constantly contradicting himself, pretending to be dumber than he is, walking back on things that he says, telling people to not take him seriously, and that everything he does is just jokes. And it's probably all just because he is bored. His streams consist of him reacting to stuff on the internet, talking to girls with their chests exposed, playing video games, and gambling. Even though he will tell you that you need to go outside, get off the internet, OnlyFans girls are poison, and gambling is an addictive habit. He likely gets bored in his mansion, and when he's bored, he'll say something to get a rise out of people, play it off like it's just a joke, apologize, and then rinse and repeat. He's
And,
never
like,
going to be
grifting?
canceled,
Is
he's
that a
never going to be
grifting move right there?
deplatformed,
Oh,
and he has
wow,
made enough
okay.
money that he doesn't actually have to work another day in his life. He is going to do whatever he wants, and it's up for you to decide if you want to give him any more of your attention.
Huh, fair point. Nah. I mean, I don't watch Adin Ross. I was just curious because, yeah, like I also saw like he was doing some like awful pranks. From what I heard, like he was like just doing awful pranks on people and giving them money, which I find fucking just awful. Just I don't know. Like I hate when you give money for someone to degrade themselves. That's just disgusting. But yeah, I don't really have much of an opinion on Adin Ross really. At least I think he's I was just curious what was going on and what he's been up to. But anyway, catch y'all later.